Well, hey, folks, how y'all doing in the land of grills, folks? And you're saying, Tom, you're cooking on the Z-Grills Pellet Grill again today? Well, folks, in order for me to give you an unbiased opinion of this pellet grill, I need to do a whole bunch of cooks on it. It's not just fair to do one cook. It's not fair to Z-Grills just to do an unbiased, say, hey, this is great, or put it together and say, oh, this is wrong with it, or to just do one cook and say, well, yeah, you know. But you got to do a whole bunch of cooks, hot and slow, and that's what we're doing here today, meatloaf. One of my favorite things to do on a pellet grill. This is such an easy meatloaf recipe, and it's going to be awesome on the Z-Grills. So I tell you what, let me get this fired up. Go take a look and see how I make a 3-pound meatloaf. And this, folks, you don't want to miss this. This stuff is awesome. All right, to make my meatloaf, folks, I got little over 2 pounds of 80-20 ground beef, 1 pound of Johnsonville mild. I like to use the mild. If you use the real spicy, it overpowers this. So I would advise against that. I got some celery and cut up onions. Obviously, that's a must for meatloaf. I've got some Ritz garlic butter crackers. I use 1 package of that. I got 1 egg and I always go to 2. I've got some cheese. I got some shredded cheese. And you're saying, what? Are you crazy? I'll tell you what. It adds moisture. It adds moisture into and a little bit of taste. I like it. Okay, some of the Zang. Talk about taste. Zang stir fry. Well, garlic confused. And I've got some Gator Shake from Uncle Steve's. This stuff is from Texas. Really good stuff. Check them out. www.unclesteveshake.com. And I'll tell you what, big bowl, put it all together, give you a look-see. All right, I do several mixings while I'm doing here, and I just use my hands, so make sure you wash up real well with soap and water, warm water. And I do 1 mixing with my hands with just the meat, and then I add my my eggs. I did go for 2 eggs, and then about half this container of celery and onion, and then you know, a couple ounces of this cheese, shredded cheese, and then put some of the. I like to season from the inside. Season your meat on the inside, folks. There's Uncle Steve's on there. I just put a little bit more on there, and now I've got my crackers. And you can always put more in. So I'll just take a handful of crackers and I'll just crunch them up in my hand just like that. I'm gonna take another handful. Probably not the whole pack, but pretty close. Like I said, I can always add more. And now I'm just gonna mix all that in. Give you a look-see. All right, that's what it looks like when it's all mixed up. Now I'm gonna form it. I got another stainless steel pole. I'm gonna spray the inside of that with some Pam, and then I'm gonna form this in there, put it in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that'll get it to set just a little bit. And then I'll flip it over and put it on a mat that we can put in the pellet grill without it burning, and I'll give you a look-see at that. All right, 30 minutes in the freezer is tightened up a little bit, and I'm just using like a cake knife that's flexible. It's just to kind of loosen it up so it plops out of there nicely. Around there, around there, around there, around, around, okay. And then for the moment of truth, boom, just like that. That's perfect. Now we're gonna do bacon weave. Oh man, bacon weave, and then a little bit more of this Gator Shake from Uncle Steve. And I'll tell you what, on the grill we'll go. All right, so at the grill we got set at 225. What I've noticed on this controller is the smoke setting is the one that's crazy, like 30, 40 degrees of variance of anywhere down to 130 all the way up to over 200. When you give any controller a chance to settle in, now and the smoke setting never does, I think that's deliberate, so it gives a lot of visible smoke. But the 225 setting right now, when I first put it at 225, it spiked all the way up to 250. But 20 minutes later, and I've said this before, you've got to give these things about an hour with the lid closed in order to find out how it's really doing. And right now, she's about 10 degrees either way, but that's not bad. I don't find that unacceptable. We got a little bit of smoke here at 225, and there is our meatloaf, bacon wrapped, and give you a couple look-sees as we proceed. Well, folks, I spoke too soon on the controller there. It was doing really good at 225. It was going like 10 degrees either way, and I don't have a problem with that. But we're down to 163 here. I don't know what's going on. Got plenty of pellets. So we'll just keep monitoring this and let you know what's going on. All right, 5 minutes later, and it's 263, even though it's set at 225. So yeah, you know, if I have issues with this grill, it's this controller right here, and it's not anything against Z grills. I mean, this is what they put on the grill, so they're not telling you that it's PID. They're just saying, hey, this is a controller. It does temperature. It does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't have any plugins, so you can run a temperature probe up through the hole that they put on the grill. So if I have issues with this grill, and I've got a couple of them that I'm working through right now, is this controller right here. So we'll keep on going. Let's take a quick look here at our Meatloaf. Yep, that's Meatloaf. You know, you're going to say, Tom, how did you know that you're having issues here? Well, I looked out the window and saw the white smoke. There was white smoke like crazy coming out of the stack. And I said, well, that's not good, because it had run for about almost an hour, and there wasn't hardly any smoke. In fact, I was saying, hey, that's the little thin blue smoke that we always like to get. That's what was coming out of there. So I was impressed by that. You know, you can see she's going back down, trying to dial herself into 225. So I'll just keep an eye on it. All right, let's take a quick look here. 325 is what I set things up to here. Enough goofing around. We're at 335. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, there's some sizzle going on there. Bacon's looking good. I'll show you this. You know where the grease goes? That's where it's supposed to go. Outside of the grill. Perfect. Oh man. There's the final product, I'll tell you what. Nice looking meatloaf. I've got a little bit of pickles, homemade pickles, a little bit of ketchup there. My brioche buns toasted on the Pellet Grill. Take a look at this. Took a little piece off here. Look at that. The bacon and the caramelized barbecue sauce. Oh, open pit I used. Meatloaf. That's awesome. Make for awesome sandwiches during the week, folks. Hope you enjoyed this. Tom Horseman at YouTube. Folks, please subscribe. And as always, appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, leave a comment. And as always, thank you.